Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. It is Erev Shabbos Parshas Teruma. I'm actually on the road in the United States, recording before I leave, but not going to have a lot of time in Chutz La'aretz, so a very, very quick idea on Parshas Teruma. And here we have all of the Klei HaMishkan. And the command is given, Va'asu li migdosh v'shachanti b'socham, that we're commanded to build a Mishkan, and Hashem will dwell with us in that sense of Mishkan. We have all the details of the Klei HaMishkan. What's interesting is as you look at these psukim, and we start to construct the Kalim, for example, Pasuk Chav Gimel in Perek Chav Hei, Ve'asisa Shulchan. We're told to construct a Shulchan Atzei Shitim Ve'asisa. Notice, that's a Lashon Yachid. What do we do with that shulchan? V'tzipisa oso zahav tahor. It should be coated with zahav tahor. On that shulchan, v'asisa lo misgeret. It should have a frame around it. All lashon yachid. V'asisa es abadin. Then we're told next about the menorah. How do we build a menorah? V'asisa menorah zahav tahor. Once again, singular. You'll notice that when it comes to all of the Klei HaMishkan, when we're given the command to construct the menorah, the shulchan, the mizbeach, it's all a language of a lashon of yachid. You'll have the yerios in the beginning of Perek Chavav, and we're told once again the v'asisa chamishim karsei zahav, etc. Always v'chibartas chamesh hayerios, v'asisa chamishim lulaos, v'asisa v'chibarta. Always a lashon of yachid. The krashim, beginning of Revi'i, va'asisa es hakrashim hamishkan. Always a lashon of yachid. There is one striking exception to this rule. If you look at the creation of the Aron Bris Hashem, the Aron Kodesh, we are told in Pasuk Yud of Perek Chav Hei, ve'asu Aron atzei shitim. And all of a sudden, it's no longer va'asisa. It's no longer v'chibarta. All of a sudden it is ve'asu. You shall make Aron atzei shitim. Why the shift? Why all the other kelim? It's a lashon yachid, and here all of a sudden the Torah tells us when it comes to the Aron Kodesh, ve'asu it's a plural. Wow, it is stormy over here in Eretz Yisrael. Baruch Hashem Gishmei Bracha. So to explain the idea, the Medrash says an unbelievable thing. Sometimes the Torah uses something, speaks in the lashon yachid, sometimes in the lashon rabin. For example, the mitzvah of netilas lulav, the Torah tells us, ulekachtem lochem beyom harishon. You shall take lashon rabim on the first day. You should take a lulav. Sfiras ha'omer, usfartem lochem shiva shavuos. You should count for yourself, Sfartem lachem chamishim yom, you should count for yourself 50 days. Sfartem is a lashon rabim. When the Torah uses lashon rabim, so Chazal tell us, Ulekachtem lachem shetehei lekicha lekol echad ve'echad. Usfartem lachem shetehei sfira lekol echad ve'echad. The Torah is speaking to every single individual. You count and you count and you count and you count. You take a lulav, you take a lulav, you take a lulav. Every single individual when we speak in a lashon rabim. You and you and you and you. When we speak in a lashon yachid, for example, Bezdin is also commanded usfarta lecha shiva shavuos. Bezdin is commanded to count 7 weeks, because after all, how do we know Shavuos is going to be Shavuos if we don't have Bezdin establishing Chag HaShavuot? So when we speak a lashon yachid, then we're speaking to the corporate entity of Knesset Yisrael. We're not speaking to individuals, we're speaking to the corporate entity of Knesset Yisrael. So when it comes to the Binyan HaMishkan, the menorah, and the yerios, and the shulchan, the mizbeach, the command there was Klal Yisrael, Beis Din, the zakenim on behalf of the people, the corporate entity of Knesset Yisrael. You have to build a Mishkan. You have to build the Kalim, the Shulchan, the Mizbeach. You have to do that as a corporate entity. That's a lashon yachid. But when it comes to the very mikdash itself, and certainly to the heart of the mikdash, which is the Aron Bris Hashem, which represents Torah, So all of a sudden it's va'asu li mikdash v'shachanti b'socham va'asu aron atzei shitin. Here all of a sudden it's a plural lashon, because the Torah is not speaking to the corporate entity of Klal Yisrael. It's speaking to you and to you and to you and to you. Every single individual has to build his mishkan. Va'asu li mikdash. And in your heart, you have to build your mishkan. Every single individual has to find his chelek in Torah. It's not enough just to bring the karbanos tzibur. You have to have a personal relationship to Torah. That's what the Aron Bris Hashem represents. The Aron houses the luchos. The Aron captures the Matan Torah experience, and every single individual has to tap into that in a very, very personal way. And as such, the Torah shifts. When it comes to the Mizbeach and the Shulchan, etc., that's serving the corporate entity, the nation of Klal Yisrael. That's a lashon of a yachid. The nation is a singular entity. When it comes to Torah, and when it comes to the essence of Mishkan, so that is incumbent upon every single individual to find their chelek of Torah, and hence the Torah shifts language for asu, the asu aron atzei shitim. And that's very relevant to us today as well. Is that certain things, I was learning the sugya this week with my students on what's the bracha that we're supposed to make. Sometimes we have brachos that are made with an al netilas lulav, and sometimes brachos with a le. So the Ritva explains very strikingly that when it comes to when you have a personal obligation, it's your obligation, so then you use a language of le, and Ashkenazi minhag is to say la'asok b'divrei Torah. When it comes to Torah learning, Birchas HaTorah, it's not something I can fulfill vicariously. I have my chelek in Torah. I have to do it on my own. I have to essentially invest myself into that learning. And that's perhaps a very profound and significant lesson that we learn from the Mishkan, from the Aron Bris Hashem. Have a wonderful Shabbos.